Woodward Academy and Blessed Trinity both 2-0. The Titans have never lost to Woodward. Woodward, the INT, Ozzie Hoffler. The Hoffler through traffic, number 4, near sideline. Nobody even near him. He is into the end zone. Woodward now the touchdown through the air with the Wright brothers. Of course. Could it be any other way? Mike Wright to Taco Wright, 7-0. There's Coach McFarland. Blessed Trinity now, the 4th down stop, piling in tough. Oh, look at the hat. Look at the hat. Look at the hat. You bet. Woodward 13, Blessed Trinity 10. Man, I used to wear those hats.